from Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reported tonight.
Hello and welcome. I am Olumide Macaulay. Tonight, APC holds local government congress in parts of the country. Delegates choose party executives through consensus arrangement. Fayemi and Aregbesola emerged candidates of the APC in the governorship elections in Ekiti and Osun states. As U.S. demand for Nigeria's oil drops, NNPC announces plan to shift focus to Asian markets. And armed men seize a police station in the East Ukrainian city of Sloviansk as pro-Russian separatists continue to occupy official buildings in two other cities.
On Business News tonight, Nigeria's headline inflation figure for the month of March is expected to decrease to 7.64%.
And in sports news, Arsenal keeps alive their hopes of ending a 9-year trophy drought after seeing off Wigan to reach the FA Cup final.
Thank you so much for joining us. A dispute appears to be brewing between the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress, the APC government in Edo State, over the decision by the state government to re-award the construction of a building at the Central Hospital in Benin City. Part of the hospital had collapsed last year, killing one and injuring many. The PDP is accusing the state government of not implementing the recommendations of the panel set up to investigate the accident.
The Central Hospital project was awarded in 2011 to SA International, a South African construction company. But while construction was going on, 3 floors in the building caved in, killing the site manager with some other workers sustaining various degrees of injury. That prompted the state government to set up a panel to investigate the incident. Part of the recommendations is that the entire building should be demolished, having failed credibility test. While the recommendations were yet to be implemented, the contract was re-awarded to another company. The PDP kicked against this action by the state government.
We believe that the lives of the people who will be going there to seek medical services are very dear to us, and as a state, if something is wrong with what the government has done, the government must be courageous enough to accept what they've done wrong and do the proper thing.
But the state government spokesman has dismissed the agitations and claim by the opposition.
They should demolish. Then they should publish the panel report. Please tell them that they should publish the one they have, since they were the one that set up the panel to look into the structure. They should publish the panel report and save us the orgy of trying to, circumvent and rotate on the same axis every now and then.
The PDP says it's only concerned about the safety of those who will eventually use the hospital. But then, the party has also threatened to go to court to stop the construction if the panel's report is not fully implemented.
The Joint Security Committee of the Senate has, in the last 3 days, been investigating the causes of the Fulani herdsmen clashes between farmers along the borders of Nasarawa and Benue states. Aside from meeting the government of both states, the committee visited some of the communities affected by the violence. While in Nasarawa state, the team held a closed-door meeting with the state governor, Tanko Al-makura, who presented the committee with 3 volumes of previous government's white paper on insecurity in the state.
issue about the skirmishes, insurgencies, and fighting amongst ourselves, or getting people's houses destroyed, people killed, are things that will not do us any good. And unless and until we find solutions to them, we will be putting our children and children's life into jeopardy, and the future might be elusive for all of us. So I think it's in the best interest of all of us to cooperate with this committee and assist them to get to the real root of the matter and the issues, so that they'll be able to guide the direction of how we can come about solution. But one thing that we have to insist at all times is the community-based conflict resolution approach. The issue of bringing about peace should be everybody's business. Everybody should be concerned that his neighbor is being attacked, or his friend is being killed, or certain towns are being destroyed, because you never can tell when it will come to your own abode. So it is in the interest of all of us that we cooperate with this committee, we cooperate amongst ourselves, and consider conflict resolution as the best approach for resolution of problems and conflicts that comes around us.
Yes, the issue of grazing reserves has been raised, but we have not finalized on it yet. Even ourselves, we cannot say this is the final, we can only make a resolution of the Senate to say this is what we are recommending.
To the southwestern region of the country, the local government congresses of the main opposition party, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, which held across the country today, have been adjudged as peaceful in most areas. Our political correspondent, who monitored the Congress in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, said the event was conducted smoothly in the areas visited, with most of the party executive members emerging through consensus. In Ogun State, also in the southwest region of the country, congresses were conducted without any hitches across the 20 local government areas. While monitoring the exercise in some local government areas, the state governor, Ibikunle Amosun, commended the peaceful manner in which party members conducted themselves during the polls. The National Assembly caucus of the APC had called for the postponement of the local council congresses in Ogun State, describing last week's ward congresses as fraught with irregularity. The congresses are coming a week after the party held its ward congresses nationwide.
In Lagos, the sun was up early in the day, while APC members took to different venues for the party's local government congresses. One after the other, the delegates cast their vote, but interestingly, there appears to be some form of agreement within the party across the state. Most candidates emerged by consensus.
We intended to go on primaries, but the three other parties insisted we should have a consensus. After a lot of pressure on the former ACN, we don't have any option that will agree with them. So we now had a meeting where a decision was taken that we should do an acceptable consensus, and that was what was done.
At the state office of the party, results of the Congress are being brought in for collation, and the national official on the ground tells us how the party has been able to resolve its differences this time around.
There were some family issues. APC is one large family, so there were some family issues which we were able to sit down and iron. As you said, you had some groups, and those groups came together to sit down and iron out the differences.
Some few kilometers away, Governor Ibikunle Amosun is monitoring the process closely, and from his standpoint, all seems to be calm.
I commend the way we have done this Congress. I've been phoning around, and that's why I'm going around to see what is happening in all of our congresses. I'm happy to report that we are having very peaceful congresses all over.
But for this Ogun State senator, the process is faulty.
Party election of today that did not emanate legally from the election of last week is illegal, is an aberration, and does not in any way conform with the guideline of the election of the party positions in All Progressives Congress.
Still in the southwest, Osun APC members have a full day as the ALJ Congress coincided with the party's governorship primaries. In River State, further down south, all appears calm and under control. It's a case of learning from the mistakes of the past. The APC World Congress wasn't the best for the party, but this time around, the local government Congress looks to be fairer than what they had last week. This time around, the party still has a lot of hurdles to cross. State Congress is there, the National Congress is there, and looking ahead of a convention, preparing them for the 2015 general elections, where the coming days may be very interesting for a party that wishes to outplay the PDP come 2015. How this will go, well, I guess time will tell. Sheung Okimbaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, it may not come as a surprise to many, but it appears decisions have been taken that will further enliven the governorship contest in Ekiti and Osun states. The Ekiti State Governor, Kayode Fayemi, has been nominated as the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the state for the June 21st governorship election. This is coming just as Governor Rauf Aregbesola today emerged as the party's candidate by the unanimous decision of delegates at the governorship primaries held in Osogbo, the state capital. While the APC ticket now secured, with that ticket secured, Aregbesola will now have to fly the state's ruling party's flag in a keen contest against candidates like Senator Iyola Mishure, who emerged as the PDP candidate last week.
It is our duty, a bonding duty, to work towards building a new Nigeria, a new nation. The challenge facing Nigerians and all patriotic Africans is to rescue this great nation from the claws of those who are bent on destroying it.
In part two, after the break, legal practitioner Bamidele Aturu urges National Conference to push for an equitable minimum wage. That's in a moment. Do stay with us.